Hey y'all, I have done several videos of portable gas powered and natural gas powered generators for the purposes of providing power to your home when there is a grid outage, whether it be weather or any other scenario where grid power is no longer available. UDPower recently reached out to me with a new device. They have a couple new devices that they have produced. This one specifically is the C500, and they've asked me to take a look at it. And so I thought I'd create a video to give you all a rundown of kind of what I saw. And so one of the cool use cases for these is, if you have a scenario where you don't have grid power, but you also don't want to lug around a big generator, whether it be a big battery power generator or a gas power generator, this thing is great. I'll give you an example. I recently got one of these Starlink minis and wanted to test it out and needed to kind of get it in an open area. Didn't want to run extension cords or whatever to it, and I had plugged it into the C500, and so it ran for about 8 hours. So it did its updates, did everything it does to come online, and no issues. And so this little thing has got quite a bit of punch to it. The thing I really like about this is just it seems to be just kind of like the right size for portability. You get any bigger than this and it's kind of difficult from a portability perspective. I mean, this thing can sit in my truck console. It could easily sit behind a car seat, but it's super portable. Also, one of the things I think is really cool is not only can you power or power it up, charge it back up with the adapter that they send, which if I had anything negative to say, I'd say this is probably a little big, but that's okay because there are other options to charge this device. You can power it through the charger that they send you. I also have a USB-C adapter here plugged into a 65 watt USB plug, and so you can see right now this is charging. You may not be able to see, but it's charging around 95 watts or so. But I can actually put this in the USB-C in an out port, and it will increase the charge rate. And so now, would you necessarily need to do this? No, but what it does do is it gives you options for charging. Let's say you don't want to carry this thing around. Hey, this is the USB-C that cable that you've been using to charge your phone with. You can take this and plug it in the wall and charge this with it too. And so, it's charging right now. It dropped down to about 65 watts on just the USB-C, and works great. The other cool thing about this device is it has these battery jumping cables. So for those of my viewers that have watched my portable gas generator videos, I know that a lot of you out there have run into issues where your generator's not starting. It was because the 12-volt battery didn't have a trickle charger on it. Hey, you just plug this guy in to the back here, and boom, hook it up to the battery on the generator, and you're started. And so you could also do this with a car battery, and that's probably the most useful case for this. Or really any 12-volt battery that you need to jump. The other thing I really like about this is typically in a lot of scenarios where you need this thing, you don't have light, whether the power went out, you're camping or whatever. They have really thought this out, and there is a light button on here that produces flashlights. And these things, you can't really tell from the video right now because it's well lit in here, but man, this thing will light up a small area. I thought this was really thoughtful and is a great idea. The other thing too is that this is set up so that you can charge from a solar panel, and so it has a solar input and a solar charge controller in it. And so if you think in a scenario where maybe you're camping or something, you can bring a small fold-out solar panel and plug it right in, and it can keep it charged maybe while you're out hiking during the day, so that you have power at night for your devices and whatnot. The other thing is that this has a pretty intelligent eco mode, and so what this will do is if you have eco mode on, outside of doing some things with the screen to reduce power usage, It also will be smart about how things that are left plugged in here are given power. So sometimes you'll have things plugged in here and they're really not doing anything, meaning the device is already charged or you're not actively using the device. And so this will intelligently turn the port off so that it's not draining the battery. And so that, I think that's pretty intelligent feature there for sure. The other thing is that it has this UD turbo feature, and so that's their terminology for kind of like a burst capability. So if you've got a kind of a device that maybe when you first start it, it cranks up and uses a lot of wattage when it starts, but then it kind of calms down. It deals with that up to 800 watts. And surprisingly, this little thing started my heat gun, which I was actually shocked at. Now it only does it on the low setting, but if I plug this in here and I turn on the port, I can turn this guy on the lowest setting and it actually worked. And so yeah, this thing, it not only feels good, it actually is useful. I let it drain completely while I was letting the Starlink Mini set up and update and run overnight. And when I came back out and I started, or I plugged it in to charge on this adapter, it almost fully charged in an hour. And so that's pretty good considering how much power is in this thing. I would say check them out. This is definitely a cool device. There are other brands out there that have been doing this stuff, but I really like the way that they put this device together, both with the eco mode, intelligent eco mode, the flashlights, the ability to charge from the USB-C port, because at some point somebody's going to lose this thing, but no matter what, you'll have a USB-C port. And then also, if you don't lose this, you can actually charge faster if you do the USB-C and the charger that comes with it. So check these guys out. I'm going to put some links in the description, and feel free to post any comments that you may, or questions and comments you may have, and like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.